All right, here we go. This video will be on keeping the North strong and free. How does Canada defend its North? Be complacent. That's the first step. Know your enemy. Be ready. So your behavior, your attitude may be the biggest enemy. You have to make some changes. You have to look at what you're doing, where you are and where you want to be, and make a plan from there. Do some of the basics, the simple things. Keep a go bag, have stockpiles of essentials. Expect to lose electricity, water, food. Buy a power bank. Have alternative heating and cooking methods. Have your food and water stockpiled. Learn first aid skills. You can use them in everyday life, and if things go sideways, then you'll really need them. Get a weapon and training. Train, prepare, and be ready. Those are the basics. Put it as one of your New Year's resolutions and then act on it. NATO needs to stock up. Well, as part of NATO, we have made a commitment on a certain amount of our GDP spend, which is currently 2%. Now, most NATO countries are increasing this beyond that 2%. We have to fulfill our commitments. One thing we've always prided ourselves on as a nation is that we do fulfill our commitments. However, again, what we say and what we do have not been in step because we have not fulfilled our commitments. So we have to do that. It doesn't need to be, we need a strong military. They've got to be capable, they've got to be ready. It doesn't have to be used for war. We've got a long and proud history of being peacekeepers. We can use our strong military for that. We need to be ready for war, though. We could be getting better at training. So whether it's our own military or being a training resource for other NATO members, that's a way we can contribute without actually going to war, if that's a big impediment for us. Peacekeeping missions, disaster response, having a ready and capable military would enable a lot of response capabilities beyond merely going to war. Now, there's a lot of talk lately about us becoming the 51st state. There'll probably be a few states because each province is, quite a few states put together. But is there any truth to this? Now, how could this happen? Now, there's talk about economic sanctions and all these things making us want to be that 51st state. But how could it happen on its own? Well, if we don't populate the North, if we say, yes, the North is ours, but we don't have any people living there, it's pretty hard to stake a claim to a huge swath of uninhabited, undefended land. So if we want to become the 51st state, don't populate the North. If we keep our military weak, Russia, China, and other players are increasing their Arctic and northern presence with military bases, bigger fleets, more claims, more sovereignty statements, things like that. And so it's going to eventually come to the point, if we do nothing, if we don't populate the North, and if we have a weak military, and if we think that just getting along and playing nice will save us, well, there will come a point where a foreign power will make an incursion into the Canadian North. And if we are incapable of defending ourselves, the states will have to come to our rescue. And once they're in, maybe they don't leave. And maybe that's how we become the 51st state. So if we want to avoid this, instead of just saying, oh, no, that'll never happen, and just throwing words at it, let's throw some actions at it. And let's get more infrastructure in the North. Let's populate the North. Let's have a strong military. Let's have good detection capabilities in the North. Let's have a bigger fleet. All of those things we need. So the path forward, again, we need to build infrastructure in the North, military and civilian. We need to get a bigger population up there so that we can have a little bit of backing to our claim that it's ours. We need to fund the military to an appropriate level, and we have to have a strong military. We have to prepare as individuals, families, communities, provinces, and as a nation for what might be coming. And we have to be vigilant. That's the path forward. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe.